Hello glam queens and kings, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Priscilla from Glam and Vintage. Welcome if you're new here. We talk about fashion, lifestyle, real life stories, and anything and everything in between. So today I am going to be doing my nails. That's the setup, and we are going to have a chat. A lot has been going on, but in the meantime, before I start, I decided, I guess, to make my life a little bit difficult, and I'm actually going to extend my nails. Well, we'll see how far that goes. But I use these. I guess it's the same thing because I do gel extensions. So I use these gel papers to extend my nails. And today I'm gonna do a nice fun color, a red. I haven't done my nails in the longest time, and I got inspired because I kept seeing, you know, when you see like in magazines or like on Instagram and stuff like that, people with the most beautiful nails. So I decided it was time that I did something about that. So I am going to prep my nail bed. It's going to be pretty quick before we start talking, and I will see you guys in a minute. So I have finished prepping my nail bed, and I have used my dehydrator first on my nails, paint that on, and my primer. So what I do is after I push back my cuticles, then I trim off all the cuticle that will be like lifted, that would have lifted at the back, and then I file the nail bed, and then I dehydrate and I prime. So that is exactly where we are right now. So we are going to now put on our stickers, and these are what we use to extend your nail. So this is how you put them on. You just put them on, you kind of like just curve them. Try to put the center of the strip along the center of your nail, and then you kind of just push it in like that, then fold it down like that, and then just kind of there, trying to make sure that it's straight. Your nail will be straight. You kind of just close the tip like that. Then these you can just tape them down like that. So you need to make sure that it's nice and lifted so that there isn't a gap between your nail and the actual paper, because the gel is going to be sitting there, and if there is, you just lift these up, pull them tighter or looser until the paper is sitting perfectly flat. There we go, like that. Anyway, so what has been going on? I think the last time I did, oh crap, this stuck on has been spilling. Ooh, and it came off with the paint from my table. Oh, crap. Okay. Anyway, so the last time that I did a little bit of a life update was, I think, in January, when I was still doing the videos, the story time videos. And back then, I think I kind of left off with that. Well, it was the Q&A actually. So in the Q&A, I was asked what was happening with grandma, and I said, by the way, so when you're putting your hard gel, this is the hard gel, you scoop it up and you just put like a blob like that, and then you kind of just, it's really so easy. You just like stick it on your nail and you just stretch it out over onto the paper. I like to kind of start where my nail and the paper join, and then I just keep building. You just keep adding, and you just kind of like make the shape of the nail that you want, and then you also just have to push it right to the back where your nail starts, and then you just kind of manipulate it. It's pretty thick, so it's like the thickness makes it really easy to use, but then obviously with experience you get better. But yeah, you just spread it, extend it onto the paper. I don't want my nails to be too long, but then I do want a little bit of length, so I'll just keep doing that. So anyway, so grandma decided to take me to court because she wasn't happy with the amount of time that I was letting her have with the kids. Although, you know, considering the circumstances, I kind of feel like it was generous of me to let her have any time at all. And that was actually kind of like, I went against what a lot of people advised me to do. Everyone was like to me, oh, just don't even bother, etc., stay away. And I was like, you know what? My kids don't really know what's going on, and I don't want them to be like, oh, why has everybody disappeared? What's happened? So I decided that I would let her have a little bit of time, but supervised by me, like where I could always see them and she could play with them and talk to them, etc. And turns out that was not enough for her. She wanted literally to have them 50% of the time, which is a little much, I would say. So obviously I said no, so she went to court and she applied there. And the only reason why I can talk about it right now is because thankfully she was unsuccessful. So that ended, and now I don't have to deal with that anymore. So that is over, which is great. But besides that, I think it really contributed a lot to why I've been feeling a little bit low lately, because you know, every time you have to go to court, people then kind of show their true colors. You know, people try to always people pretend to be nice and stuff like that, as long as they're getting what they need from you, or they feel like they, you know, yeah, they're getting what they want or need. So after you've built it, of course it's not perfect, we will add more later. Then we put it in here to dry it before we move on to the next one. So this is why this process takes quite a lot of time, especially when you're doing it on your own, because you kind of have to like dry each nail so that it doesn't, the gel doesn't keep sliding. But anyway, like I was saying, every single time you go to court, people write affidavits, they write their thoughts about you and the reasons why they want what they want. And like a lot of it is obviously very negative, like, you know, saying very negative things about you. And like, I find it so draining every single time I have to go to court and once again, listen to this stuff. It just really takes its toll. And it's like really the fact that it's not just her. I still have custody issues that are going on, so it's dealing with that. And you know, when you're trying your hardest to move on with your life, and like when it's been years and years and years of conflict, it's just so exhausting. Every single time you feel like you've made some progress, and then you kind of realize that no, you may be desperate to move on, but other people are just ready to, you know, they're happy to keep fighting and to keep at it. So yeah, it's been like horribly draining. And then on the job front, well, yeah, on the job front, I have been working really hard on old projects, like resuscitating old projects and working on new projects. And honestly, that has been going a lot slower than I hoped. You know, I started like with a lot of energy, like January, I think I worked like absolute mad, like just trying to like, I think make up for the 4 years that I hadn't been doing anything, and just trying to get back to where I was before, like work wise. And besides the fact that I did burn out and I struggled quite a lot because I took on a lot on my own at the beginning, and then I got help later. I also was kind of surprised, although I guess I shouldn't have been surprised, by like some of the responses that I got. And I don't even know if I should say this, but you know, we're just chatting and this is real talk. And you know, I think I already said everything else anyway about me, and you know, but I was met by a lot of resistance trying to get back into work. I think that there were some people that benefited, I guess, immensely from my not being around. Oh yes, and then like taking this off is like super easy. Like after it's dried, you just pull it off and bam, we have a nail, the first one. So you actually literally do not have to keep using new ones. You know, like usually like, okay, I guess if you're having it done in a salon, they'll just stick a whole bunch of them and they'll do this like all at once. But then because I'm doing it myself, I don't need to do that. But yeah, so I was met by a lot of resistance to like, and the resistance was to my return in the industry, or to my attempts to work again in the same industry that I was working in before, which for me was like, you know, yes, I know that there's obviously competition, and if you step away from something that you were doing, there are people that are going to close the gap that you leave, or to at least try to close the gap that you leave. And I literally, though, have never been the type of person that's like, I'm not hugely competitive. I think I'm much more focused on what I will be doing, because I kind of feel like watching what other people are doing is a distraction, and I can't focus on what I'm doing if I'm watching what other people are doing. So I never do that. I always just kind of focus forwards and just start doing what I dream of doing. So that's what I had done in January. I just kind of, well, I started before January. I kind of just started working, started pushing my way into a space that I guess some people did not appreciate me returning to. But what can I say? I feel like there is plenty of space for everybody to do what they love and what they want to do. And as long as you are doing something and it is developing and benefiting people, I don't see the harm in more than one person being in a space. So yeah, that was a complete another letdown. And I think for me, the one thing that is kind of like a weakness is that I find that I care too much about what people think of me, and it ends up really affecting my performance. And I have been working on this, like trying to kind of distance myself and to be much more focused on what I'm doing, and not thinking about what people are saying about it. But then it's very hard when people's opinions are very loud and they kind of transcend that barrier that you've put up so that you can't hear them and you can just focus on what you want to do. So yeah, there's all of this animosity that I'm currently dealing with, and it's tough and it's sad at the same time. I kind of, it's like, I think the most disappointing part about it is that I think I got lost in the fact that there were so many people that were happy that I was okay, and that they were that were happy that I had managed to get through this situation that I was in, and that I was, able to get myself together again, and I was going to start working and all of that kind of thing. I kind of got lost like in that the bubble of joy, and I forgot that there are other people that would not be equally pleased. So it was kind of a blow to me emotionally when I realized that, yeah, not everybody is so happy that I made it out okay. So yeah, I don't know. Now it seems kind of funny, but yeah, a week ago it really was not funny. I was really not dealing with it very well. I was like, yeah, I was not dealing with it very well. But then, like, I think as time goes by, every day I try to remind myself of, like, the positives that I feel I've done, and the input that I've made in the work that I do, and also like just commending myself, like learning to commend myself for the impact that I have made. And it's not normal for me. Usually I'm just extremely critical of myself because I expect myself to be perfect. So when I'm not perfect, which of course is a lot of the time, I judge myself very harshly and I take it very hard. So yeah, last week was a struggle. The past few weeks have been a bit of a struggle. I think I would say that it's been a month. Because I feel like I'm at this stage right now in my life where I'm not able to do exactly what I want. My choices are a bit limited, and I kind of just have to accept a lot of things because I don't have the independence that I would like to have. So, when you are in that in-between stage, like between where you have basically zero choices and you are now in a position where you have a few choices, not everything, but things have changed. You're no longer like oppressed or in this bad situation. You're coming out of it. That little period between the horror and when you are completely independent and everything actually starts to function the way that you would like it to function is a really, really long and painful place to be at. And that is where I am right now. And to be honest, it's like a lot of things are disappointing me because, as I said, they're not going as fast as I hoped they would. And I had all of these, like, and yes, of course I should know better. Like, not every single thing that you're gonna plan is gonna happen exactly according to plan. But yeah, I obviously try to make plans and hope that those plans happen exactly as I plan them. But we are now in March, and some things that I had hoped would happen in February have still not happened. And this just puts like a very big delay and damper on my plans, and yeah, it just makes me sad. And some of it is also not for lack of trying, but because of the situation that I'm in. Like I said, this in-between period of my life where I can't really like choose when something happens. I'm not independent enough. I have to rely on other people, and relying on other people, of course, always guarantees that when you're not in control of when something is gonna happen, then you kind of just have to wait. You sit back and wait. And for me, it's hard because for the longest time, for most of my life, I've been independent and being the one that chooses how and when I do things. And so now, even though I went through like these 3 years of, you know, complete turmoil and disaster, it was like, it was different. That was kind of like living in a state of emergency where you basically are just trying to survive. So now it's like I've survived and I just want the situation to end, and I just want to be independent again. I just want to get back to where I was again, and it's not necessarily going as quickly as I wanted, which is disappointing, but what can I say? It is what it is right now. So we are making progress, but actually I think that I might like take a quick break so that I can do these, like a lot more of these. I can build the base of the nails a little bit more, and then I will come back to you guys as soon as like the bases are all on, and then I can show you guys how you file. So you see how easy it is to do your own nails. This is like literally why I kind of refuse to pay $80 to get them done by somebody else. I just feel like that's such a lot. I can do so much with $80 if I just do it on my own. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I'll be back when all of them are on. Hi, so here we go. We now have nails. They look weird, I know, but they get better. They will be perfect just now. So I have moved because there's so much better lighting in here. But yeah, so after you've put all your nails on, then you have to wipe the nails with acetone. I use this one because they'll be incredibly sticky. And then, like, you know, that's why I have a little bit of fluff on my nails from the cotton pad. So I just wipe my nails, and then after that I use kind of like this file. It's pretty hard. Then I use it to file and shape, and you will see that the gel is actually very, very strong. So it gets really, really hard, but it's like obviously pretty easy to file as well. So because I actually put enough gel the first time when I was building the nails, I didn't have to put additional gel on top after I took off the stickers and after I had wiped down and made sure that they were dry, because they are actually pretty thick. So yeah, there we go, already getting shape. So for the top as well, you just file the top to make sure that you have no lumps and bumps, and to make sure that it's nice and smooth. And I like mine to look pretty natural, so I try to file them as thin as I can, but without obviously making them so thin that they are gonna break. But yeah, the back of the nail should always be the same level as, it should go as low as where you cut your cuticles, which is why it's so important to cut your cuticles and to push them back as well, because it helps to give you a perfectly straight line at the back of your nails. So yeah, I am going to file the rest of my nails, and then I am going to show you guys a little clip of what I did last week. I went to a wonderful event called Living Art Boston Lab Week. It's the first one that they've done here in Boston. It was a fashion event. It was actually very, very cool, very, very well done. And I must say, it's so far the best fashion event that I've been to here in Boston. So you guys watch that, and I will see you in a couple of minutes, and I will be done filing my nails. Then we can paint them together. See you guys in a sec.
Everything is not enough. Really out by the ocean, among all those white hot sands, where every sunrise is just for you. So come along and take my hand.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. I, in the meantime, finished filing my nails. Look at how good they look. All done. And now I'm going to get ready to paint them. So first, I know you don't actually have to do this, but then I like to do it anyway because this is already gel. You could just go ahead and paint your color on top, but I like to still put a base coat, and then I will do 2 layers of color, and then I will do my top coat, and we will be done. So I am going to start anyway to continue with my story that I was talking about earlier. This week I feel quite a bit better than I have felt lately, and I think it's also mostly because I realized that, you know, not everybody can like me, and that is just the way life is. And so for me to take it to heart so much and to let it really affect me to that extent is not good, and it's not useful at the same time. And just for me to also remember that I am doing the best that I can. I have come a really, really long way. I still have like a really, really, really long way to go, and that I need to be patient. I really need to be patient with myself. I need to be patient with everything that's going on, because to be honest, things could have been very different today. So just learning some gratitude, and also just, you know, taking care of myself, doing my nails, you know, keeping my hair looking decent, stuff like that. Just doing things that keep me happy, that will make me feel motivated. But yeah, that's where I'm at today, and that's what I've been doing lately. And next week I will have more fun, interesting information, because I guess I also feel better because I'm starting to get some of the results that I was hoping for. So I'm going to share all of that next week, and then I think we will start talking about spring, fun things that are coming up. Oh yes, Boston is actually really coming alive. I'm so happy. Like, I loved this event because there were not so many fashion events when I came. Well, last year when I started going to events and things, there wasn't really a lot to attend. So seeing new events coming up like this is actually really great. And yeah, I'm like really excited. I'm looking forward to all the other stuff that's coming up. But yeah, you guys will be with me the whole time. And for today, thank you so much for listening to my rant. And I am going to finish up the nails. You're going to watch and we'll see the end result. They came out so well. I love this color. It's like insane, and they came out quite precise. I'm a complete perfectionist, so yeah, I'm really happy with them. And as usual, every single time I do my nails, I look at them and I'm like, wow, why do I not do this all the time if I can actually do it myself? And then, but yeah, we will see if we can keep this up. But yes, I feel like a whole new person. Now I feel compelled to use my hands when I talk. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. And please subscribe, share, and like. It helps me out a lot. Tell your friends to watch it if you've made it this far. But I will see you guys in the next one. Have an amazing weekend.